So today, we're going to be using one of your guys' decks in Majestic Challenge and see how well can I do. This time we're going to be using the Enchantress, the Satyr, Paladin, and the Warlord. This deck looks pretty basic because you got the Attacker, the Enchanter, the Healer, and you got the Warlord, which is like a random hero that actually just buffs up a random hero on the arena to deal that extra damage. Looks pretty basic, but let's see how far we can go with this basic deck. My name is Tum, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Shout out to the person down here for recommending me to try out this deck. 2 Enchanters. Interesting. My Warlord gets the buff. I mean, you can just push the Warlord upwards to deal damage and actually buff up the Satyr. There you go. 69 damage. Also buffing up the Paladin right there. Slime gets the buff. Not much he can do there. He could potentially just push the Warlord towards the Slime. Potentially buff up his own Slime. And yes, he does. Warlord does take quite a bit of beating. Heals up the Slime as well. Well played. Paladin gets the buff. Not much I can do there. Hit the Enchanters, I guess. Nice double hit on the Enchanters. That was 282 damage right there. Pretty good stuff. Warlord gets the buff. He cannot do much about that. He could potentially just heal up the Enchanters. This will also buff up his own Paladin. Yeah, of course. This is just going to be an annoying match. I can see that already. My Paladin gets the buff. Sadly, not much I can do there. There really isn't much. Just hit the Enchanters towards my own Enchanters right there. We also buffed up the Warlord as well. We almost took out the Enchanters, but I mean, it's a little bit too late. I mean, his Warlord did not get the buff just yet, so it's not a total waste if we take her out. And he just took out my Enchantress. Okay, well, my Warlord did not get the buff, unfortunately. Or he did, but of course, he just removed the attack buff. Not sure if I should. We could heal up the Warlord, potentially push it towards his own Warlord. Triple heal the Warlord just to keep him alive. I'm going to say that was a very good play. I'm very happy that we actually kept the Warlord alive just a little bit longer, but he is going to buff up his own Warlord. So honestly, taking out the Enchanters at this point is unnecessary. Paladin gets the buff. Not much I can do there. We could potentially heal up the Warlord again while hitting his own Paladin. And the Slime, we'll take it, dude. We did not even close to healing up my Warlord, but we still did 150 damage to the Slime and the Paladin right there. I just realized how much damage can we do if the buffed Satyr gets the the attack buff from the Warlord. I mean, I can do the math, but I just want to see it from my own as well. He just removed my attack buffs from the Satyr, so I cannot give him attack buffs anymore. The Satyr's still doing a lot of damage, though. 176, and that is with the Warlord's ability. Not sure if we're going to be able to push the Slime towards the Satyr, but I really want to. No, we don't. We actually quadruple hit the Slime for 164 damage, but it is not enough. I think we are going to lose the Satyr right now, especially if he gets a double hit. Oh yeah, that's not even a double hit. Not even necessary right there. He is saying good game. Not sure if we're going to be able to win here at this point anymore. We can try our best, but I highly doubt we are going to win here. We can double hit the Slime, hit the Paladin, but with my Warlord only having 176 health, he just needs 2 hits. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the Warlord getting the buff with his own attack buff. Yeah, he just needs to push it towards the Paladin, he'll win. So it's such an unfortunate loss right there. We just got bested, basically. Not much we could have done there, but we can still go far with this. I'm just hoping that we do. Like I said, this deck does have a lot of potential, even though it looks pretty basic, but let's find out. Let's continue on. All right, let's see if we can, just hopefully win here. Ooh, not liking the deck that we're facing, actually. Not liking this. Of course, the Zombie Striker combo, and also if he has the Druid and the Farmer as well, which works super well with the Striker. So let's see if we can survive long enough in order to take out his heroes as quick as possible. Multi-hits the Warlord lots of times. That is a lot of damage. Enchantress gets a buff, but at this point, we might as well just buff up everyone, right? Buff up everyone here. Satyr hits the Farmer, and we also hit the damage to the Striker, so not too bad. While buffing up everyone, he is going to poison the Satyr right now. And that's honestly fine. That's a lot of damage to the Satyr, though. Holy. Lots of damage to the Satyr. Paladin gets the buff. We could potentially just take out his Farmer right now. This should be death. Oh, yeah, that's death. And we did 145 damage to the striker right there, so pretty good stuff. We just took out the farmer, so we don't need to worry about the pumpkins anymore. The pumpkins was just being annoying to me right now. He is going to just hit the satyr, right? Not exactly sure what he's trying to go for here. Hits the satyr twice. Okay. I mean, nothing too crazy, thankfully. Warlord gets the buff, not much I can do there. Can we just hit the zombie and the druid while potentially also buffing up the satyr? We missed the druid, but we did somehow double hit the zombie. We'll take it, dude. But I just failed to hit the druid. He is going to just hit the satyr. Satyr is dead, sadly. Satyr just dies, so my main attacker is dead. But we can actually heal up the warlord here and potentially take out his striker. Let's double heal here. We'll double heal. Let's do that. And we just took out his striker while healing up the warlord. That's actually great. Fantastic even. We should be able to win here. We can try to take out his zombie so that way he doesn't poison my heroes, like he just did with the paladin right there. But we can actually heal up the enchanters right there and buff up the paladin right there. That's going to be a lot of damage right there. Let's do that. Bada boom. And we just actually took out the zombie right there. So only the druid is left alive. Even though the druid is pretty good and when he has a lot of heroes, the druid alone, even though he can do some damage, it is not the greatest heroes to have as the last man hero. Because, of course, he's not going to be able to survive long enough right there. Let's see if you can just push him towards the fire. Look at the damage that we just did, dude. Wow. He was at full health, and we just did 344 damage to him. So he only has 100 health left. Let's see how he's going to try to win here, because he honestly doesn't have a lot of options left. Yep, he doesn't have a lot of options. We should be able to win here by either double hitting him or even just pushing him towards the paladin for to win. Or push him towards the fire, because why not? Alright, so 1-1 loss right there. Actually was able to do pretty well against the zombie striker combo with the druid the farmer, which is also another combo, a dangerous combo as that as well. So pretty good win right there. Let's continue on. Alright, let's see if we can continue on winning here against a heal deck. Alright, so let's see if we can win against a heal deck right here. We start off with the satyr. I want to buff up the satyr here, and let's see if we can push it towards the spellwing. Towards the paladin, so we'll deal 100 damage to the paladin. We'll take it. I just don't want to deal damage to the Kong just yet. If you guys don't know, the Kong does deal damage whenever he gets sealed, and he does have lots of healers here. So that is what I'm trying to avoid at this moment. Paladin gets the buff. Let's just buff up the paladin and the warlord here. Let's see if we can also hit the spellwing. We failed to hit the spellwing. We failed to deal damage right there. Not the greatest play. I was trying to hit the spellwing right there, but of course I missed. He's going to buff up his heroes, heal up the paladin a little bit. I mean, of course he does damage. Not much I can do there. Satyr gets the buff. How much damage is he doing? Over 200 damage is absurd. Yeah, over 200 damage is absurd. Not sure if we're going to be able to push the satyr towards his paladin, but I really want to. Yes, we do. Over 200 damage to the paladin. Also dealing damage to the dancing dragon right there. Pretty good stuff. Kong goes next. Again, he cannot heal up, so he won't be able to deal that damage that I'm avoiding him to do so. Decent damage to my satyr right there. Warlord gets the buff. Can we just push the dancing dragon towards the satyr, please? No, we don't. We actually mistakenly hit the Kong, which I did not want to do. Because all he has to do is just double hit the dancing dragon, and he'll actually take out the satyr here. Yeah, he knows it. Yeah, he knows it. That's unfortunate, dude. That is unfortunate. I did not mean to deal damage to the Kong. That is what I'm trying to avoid, unfortunately. Alright, Paladin gets the buff. We can actually just take out the dancing dragon here, maybe? Can we take out the dancing dragon? No, the dancing dragon. Oh, well, never mind. The dancing dragon is dead. And we actually did lots of damage to the paladin and the Kong down there. That was very good. He can heal up, though, the Kong. So he's going to deal massive damage to the paladin right there. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage. Still alive, though. We are still alive. Warlord does get the buff. We can actually try to take out this Kong here. Let's do that. Oh, yeah, that's death to the paladin and the Kong. Only the Spellwing is left alive. No echoes on the board. We should be able to win this match now, easily. He might take out the Paladin here. I mean, going after the Enchantress is unnecessary. The Enchantress already did her job. He actually did damage to 3 heroes right there, so pretty decent. but we should be fine here. Warlord does get the buff. Can we just push the Warlord towards the Paladin? Oh, sorry, the Spellwing right there. Yeah, look at that. Enough to actually take out the Spellwing right there because the Warlord was buffed and was actually able to hit the Spellwing twice right there for the win. Of course, the Paladin was there to take her out as well. So let's continue on. All right, let's see if we can win this match here. Oh, Enchantress Jocelyn combo. And we are playing this map, which gives my Satyr a huge advantage, at least. Even though if he enchants it negatively or positively, we should be able to deal decent damage right there. He is going to buff up the Griffin. Griffin hits those fire clouds, dealing that major amount of damage, which is obviously not good. We did take quite a beating right there. Enchantress gets the buff. We can buff up these two right here while healing up the Enchantress. No damage, however, not the greatest. He is definitely going to hit his own Enchantress. Not sure if he's going to be able to hit the Satyr while hitting the Enchantress. If he goes for the Arena object, then he might be able to pull it off. But so far... Wait, what is he doing? He's not making a play. It's weird that he's not making a play right now. I mean, it's costing him the game right now. And I don't mind that because I'll take the victory. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so he wasted the turn right there. Warlord gets the buff, but I want to just push the Satyr to deal damage up here. So let's do that. 150 damage to the Jawsome, but Sally wasn't able to do much else, you know? Alright, Enchantress goes next if he comes back, and he is back. He just wasted a full turn right there, but he will be taking out my Satyr. No, the Satyr is still alive. Holy guacamole, the Satyr is alive, just barely hanging on. Satyr gets the buff. Oh my goodness. Buff up the Warlord. This should potentially hit the Enchantress. And then hopefully we can make the Satyr deal damage to someone. No, we don't. We healed up the Enchantress. Don't think we're winning here because we are going to lose the Satyr right now, I'm assuming. He is going to hit the Warlord. Takes out the Satyr. Of course, the Warlord is taking major damage from the Kong there. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to win here, but we'll definitely try. Paladin gets the buff. Hit the Monkey King. This should heal up the Warlord. Heal up the Warlord, please. Thank you. Ooh, more damage to the Jawsome. That was very good. Very good. Healing up the Warlord, dealing damage to the Jawsome, but he is going to take out the Warlord. It makes sense. As long as he doesn't hit the Paladin, other than the Jawsome, of course. The Jawsome is going to deal damage right there. Thankfully, it wasn't a multi-hit though. Okay. We can try to just do this. Hit the Jawsome as well with the Paladin. There we go. Lots of damage to the Griffin. We'll take it, dude. But I think we are going to lose the Paladin here, and that will cost him the game. Yeah, with the Fire Cloud right there. Oh, he did not. He wasn't able to take out the heroes. Okay. I mean, I could go for the Monkey King and maybe hit the Enchantress and the Griffin. Oh, we actually took out the Jawsome. We'll take it, dude. We shall take it, and we almost took out the Monkey King because of it. We might be able to pull to make a comeback here as long as he doesn't take out the Paladin, which of course he is going to try his best to do so. Thankfully, all that crazy bounces that he did was not enough to take him out. So let's take out the Griffin here. Not sure if we're gonna be able to make the Paladin deal damage to the Enchantress, but I would really like to. Oh my goodness, with a double hit as well, guys. We might be able to win here. With the Enchantress, I need a double hit on the Enchantress, and the Monkey King needs to get hit once. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so he's going to try to hit the my Enchantress as well, and he'll get it off. Okay, well, unfortunately, he performed that well, but take out the Monkey King first, and if he can actually hit the Enchantress here, that would be such a good bonus. Just do it right there. Oh, we missed the Enchantress. So we need 2 hits to take her out, but she needs 4 hits to take me out. So we should be able to win here. As long as he doesn't do... Oh, wait. He does have the attack buff potential here. Triple hits? And I don't have a direct hit on her. Are you kidding me, dude? I don't have a direct hit. How am I supposed to win? Dude, he got so lucky. How can I get a double hit? I had no chance. He got a triple hit on me somehow, man. Like, that was such a lucky play, dude. Such a lucky play, man. I had no chance. He got super lucky right there. What an unfortunate turn of events. I should have won that. That triple hit should not have been a thing, guys. In my opinion. It should not have been a thing, but whatever. Let's continue on. Alright, guys. Let's see if we can win this one. Another Johnson, but no Enchantress is pretty weird to see. Warlord does get the buff. We can actually just hit the... Instead of going for the traps, we're just going to buff up the Warlord, potentially the Paladin, make the Warlord deal damage to the Warrior and the Griffin right there. And we actually activate the trap using the Satyr. We'll take it, dude. Alright, Griffin goes next. He is going to just hit the Warlord, potentially buff up the Rocketeer. He does not buff up the Rocketeer, surprisingly. Alright, Enchantress gets the buff. Not much I can do there. But hit the Griffin, I guess, and then we'll hit the Warlord, the Warrior right there. We just did lots of damage to the Jawsome Griffin and took out the Warrior. He'll probably just hit the trap, because at this point, I don't think he has a choice. And never mind, he's just going for damage. Never mind, he's going to hit the trap, hit the Paladin right there, so everyone's going to get hit except the Enchantress. Taking out the Warlord, pretty good play. Let's see, we'll just take out the Griffin here. Heal up the Enchantress, I guess. No, we don't heal up the Enchantress. Actually, we could. We're actually able to heal up the Enchantress and buff up the Paladin right there. Rocketeer goes next. He only has one rocket, so not to worry about the damage that he can do right here. I mean, it's only doing like 70 damage to a couple of heroes right here. Pushing it towards the Jawsome. Pretty good play right there. Actually, lots of damage right there. But we'll take out this Jawsome right there. Push it towards the Satyr and the Enchantress. The Satyr almost hits the Rocketeer to deal that damage. With the Satyr, we need 3 hits to take out the... Actually, 4 hits to take out the Rocketeer. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the 4 hits, but we can try to double hit and push it towards the Enchantress, which will be something. There you go. So, 372 damage is a lot. Let's see, Rocketeer has 126 health left. We need 2 hits with Paladin or the Enchantress, or 1 hit with the Satyr, which we're going to try to hit the Satyr towards the Rocketeer right there. And there you go. A good game. We only have 1 life left to go with 3 wins. I'm really hoping that we can win a couple of more. We did struggle quite a bit. But we can still go far. Fingers crossed. Let's continue on. Alright, guys. We got 3 wins here. Ooh, not sure how I feel about this one. His Griffin goes first, and look at the Fire Cloud's position. He can actually just get those Fire Clouds and then hit the Paladin and the Warlord here. That is going to be a lot of damage. He actually misses the Fire Clouds. Actually, yeah, he did miss the Fire Clouds. Okay. I'll take it, dude. Let's see. We could buff up the Satyr. We might as well. Not sure we're going to be able to buff up anyone else, but we're going to do that. Hit the Monkey King for 150 damage. Yeah, I wasn't able to do much else, but it's okay. Avenger does go next. He is going to hit the Warlord. It makes sense. He doesn't want me to just buff up randomly my own heroes, you know? Actually, that's actually death, isn't it? Almost death. That is almost death, ladies and gentlemen. Warlord gets a buff. Can we just heal up the Warlord? Heal up the Warlord and then hit the Griffin? You seen the buff on the Warlord? There you go. 99 damage. Wasn't able to hit him twice. I was hoping for that. Alright, so the Warlord survived with a couple of health. Satyr gets hit twice. That's unfortunate. But look at this. We can actually take out his Griffin potentially, or just go after these two. We could potentially multi-hit the Paladin right there. No, we don't. We actually multi-hit the sorry, not the Avenger, the Monkey King. Taking out the Monkey King, that actually buffs up the Avenger. Alright, so he's going to try to heal up the Griffin, I'm assuming. Hitting the Enchantress. Double heals the Griffin. Very well played. Let's see if the Satyr gets the buff here. The Satyr does get the buff. That's going to be a lot of damage, dude. A lot of damage to the Avenger and the Paladin right there. Almost taking out the Paladin. I was so close, dude. Alright. That Warlord surviving, it's giving me such a huge opportunity to win this match, dude. It's not even funny. He did not play that well. He did not play that well at all, ladies and gentlemen. Satyr gets the buff again, meaning that this actually might not take out the Avenger right there. Oh, never mind. The Enchantress was there to double hit the Avenger to take him out. So only the Griffin is left alive. Full health, but it's a 4v1 here. Not sure if he's going to be able to win here. He's going after the Warlord and the Enchantress. The Warlord does get taken out, so very well played. We can actually buff up the Paladin here while healing up the Enchantress and pushing the Enchantress towards the Griffin right there. So let's do that right there. That should be the angle. Nice little hit. Oh, double hit. And actually healing up the Satyr right there, keeping both heroes alive just a little bit longer. So that way he can have a tough time in taking me out. With the Satyr buffed, we can actually take out the Griffin in 2 shots. We just need to have a good angle, which we do. So we can actually just double hit the Griffin right there for the win. Let's go. All right, good game right there. That's going to be 4 wins. So far, so good. I'm just hoping that we don't face, any strong decks, and then I'll have such an unfortunate luck that this person will take me out very quickly. Hopefully, that's not the case and we can go far. Let's continue on. Okay, guys, 4 wins, 2 losses. Not the greatest, but we're still doing somewhat okay. We're facing a heal deck with the Kong. Warlord gets the buff. Let's buff up the Warlord and the Satyr here. Hit the Ragnar. There we go. Hey, look at that. We actually buffed up the Paladin as well. All 3 heroes got buffed. That is huge. Now we just gotta try to take out his Priest or the Dancing Dragon, I guess. Actually, we could potentially just hit those 2, right? Yeah, we can actually hit both of them, right? Oh, no, we can't. Well, actually, the Enchanters can hit the Priest. There we go. 3 heroes got hit. The Ragnar almost died. That was such a good play. Such a good play, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to heal up. Keep playing around with the Ragnar's ability, which is annoying, but what can you do? This will take out the Dancing Dragon and the Ragnar, which let's do that for sure. Double hitting the Priest, and the Priest get pushed towards the goop. Not enough to take him out, though. So if we can just take out the Priest... I mean, if the Priest stays there, then we can just focus on the Kong. Because the Priest will get taken out if the Priest stays there. Sadly, we do need to hit the Priest as well. Which, actually, we do have the angle here. Let's do this. This will make the Paladin hit the Warlord. Warlord should hit the Priest. So let's do that right there. Oh, we completely whiffed the attack. We completely whiffed the attack. Thankfully, only the Enchantress is the one that's going to get hit from the Kong's ability. Never mind. Actually, the Satyr is. Oh, actually, the Satyr was just out of range. Okay. So, we can just push the Kong towards the Paladin. This should hit the Satyr, or sorry, the Priest. The Kong would have survived, but he decided to surrender before I was able to do the play. So that's going to be our 5th win. So now we have a run. Now this is a run that I'm pretty happy with so far. Let's continue on. All right, guys, we got 5 wins, 2 losses here. Another Enchantress Satyr combo, or sorry, not Satyr, Enchantress Jawsome combo with the Treant. So it's going to buff up the Jawsome here to start dealing damage. Yeah, so let's see how well that's going to do. 2 hits. Is my Paladin even dead or alive? No, my Paladin just dies, dude. Are you kidding me? My Paladin just died. What was I supposed to do there, man? Satyr gets the buff. Not much I can do here. Other than just hitting the Jawsome. And burning those 3 up there. Alright. Jawsome goes next. Thankfully, he's not buffed because that would have potentially just taken me out right there. He's going to hit the Warlord. Okay. Hit the Warlord. Yeah, go for it. Hit the Warlord. Buffs up the Jawsome right there. Thankfully, the Jawsome was just out of range from hitting the Satyr. That would have been such an annoying play, dude. We have to go for damage. There's no other choice. Not sure if we're gonna be able to push the Puppet Master towards the Warlord, but I really want to. Not quite. Not quite. Alright. Puppet Master goes next. He'll probably just take out my Satyr. He might as well at this point. Just leave the Warlord and the Enchantress as the last man unit. Yeah, that should take out my Satyr. Yep, he's dead. Alright, so we have to just buff up the Warlord and hope for the best. Because there's nothing else I can do. He took out my Paladin in the very first turn. I had absolutely no chance in doing anything right there. Buff up the Warlord, hit the Jawsome right there. And the Enchantress, okay, we'll take it, dude. Let's see what he's going to do. He's just going for straight damage, potentially take out the Enchantress, maybe? No, he's going to make the Jawsome hit the Enchantress. Oh no, he's just going for straight shot onto the Warlord right there, pushing it towards the Puppet Master. And potentially the Treant, so that's going to be a decent amount of damage. I'm not sure what he wants to do. Okay, there it is. Okay, so he just did damage to both of them right there. Warlord does get the buff. We could potentially still win here. Hit the Jawsome because I don't want the Jawsome alive. even though that's going to place a puppet on the board, 2 puppets on the board, because now, yep, Puppet Master just placed 2 puppets, meaning I think the Warlord is going to die here, because all he has to do is just push the puppet. The puppet is going to get buffed. Yep, of course. Okay. Well, there was not much I could have done there, guys. He took out the Paladin the very first turn. I could have potentially won, but I think taking up... I probably should have focused on the Puppet Master first. But, I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to happen unless you can read steps, 10 steps ahead, like chess. Not much I could have done there, but 5 wins is still okay overall. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. Decent run, 5 wins. It's a pretty basic deck, but we still managed to get 5 wins. I was hoping to get at least 6, but you cannot control that, right? But yeah, guys, if you guys have any other recommendations that you will see, just let me know in the comments below. That's what we do for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again for the continued support. I will see you next one. Take care.